Hey everyone, it's the Life Doctor here, and happy Thursday. I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a different video today. Um, I have not really participated much in the whole Throwback Thursday thing on Facebook where, you post pictures of yourself way back in the day and, just kind of share a little bit of your past with your Facebook family. So I wanted to come and kind of do a little bit of a tribute video that's a little bit throwback, but it's going to be mixed in with some mental health elements too, because I've been thinking about who I am today and how I kind of got to this place. And I've also been thinking about some of the things that I still struggle with from time to time. And I know that a lot of it has to do with things that I experienced as a child. And so as a mental health professional, I know how important it is to think about things that have happened as a child and kind of look at that and see how that has impacted, current functioning and really, be able to resolve those issues and work through those issues. And so I just kind of wanted to share with you today. So it's a little bit of a throwback with a mental health twist. So basically, um, the question that I want to pose to you is, what would you tell yourself if you could go back in time? So, in other words, what would you tell the younger, more immature, more insecure version of yourself, the little girl, the little boy that maybe was struggling in school or maybe was struggling to find him or herself or didn't like what he or she saw in the mirror? What would you tell yourself if you could? Now for me, having experienced the things that I've experienced, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't traumatized as a child. Nothing terrible happened to me as a child, but as a child I did have a number of insecurities. I can remember way back in kindergarten, in the academy that I went to, in our kindergarten class, we had something called a kindergarten king and a kindergarten queen. And to be bestowed this honor, you had to have pretty much the best of everything: best behavior, best grades, best citizenship, everything. And so a classmate of mine, hey Don, shout out to my classmate Don, he was the kindergarten king and I was the kindergarten queen. And I really think that that kind of set a precedent for me. Now, I did have really good grades and all of that starting back then, good behavior. But when that happened, I felt good about myself. But I also developed a bit of anxiety. And this is what happened: I started to believe that the only way people would like me and love me was if I could maintain this perfection, this perfect state of being. And that is something that I've struggled with pretty much my whole life. When I was a child, I was very heavily into sports, and I was pretty much an athlete, and I could run really, really fast. And I felt this pressure to have to maintain this athletic state of being all the time, or else people wouldn't like me. I felt like I had to maintain high grades, or people wouldn't like me. Nobody would love me if I wasn't perfect. And so, again, I've had to talk to the younger version of myself now that I'm an adult and tell that person, that little girl, but you are good enough. You are good enough just for being who you are, not for doing anything. And like I said, I have struggled with this feeling, this need of having to be perfect at everything. And then if I fail at something, if I don't do something to the standard that I have set, it's devastating for me. I struggled with this in college, always trying to be the best. In graduate school, now, again, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with setting high standards for yourself. There's nothing wrong with striving to do your best, but there is something wrong and dysfunctional about thinking that you're only as good as what you do, or people will not like you or love you unless whatever. And so that's kind of what I have been struggling with. And again, I'm just being transparent and honest. Even though I am a mental health professional, that does not abnegate me from experiencing insecurities and going through struggles just like everybody else. I guess the difference is I'm a little bit more aware of the things that I experience, and I am maybe more aware of the tools and resources available to help me work through these things. And so I just wanted to share with you, I encourage you to go back and talk to the younger version of you and encourage that person. And you know, it might sound a little corny or weird, but it can have a therapeutic you know, piece about it, where you are able to kind of work through and start to resolve those issues. Now, of course, if you have some deep seated stuff, then you know, you might need to pursue professional counseling with a therapist, counselor, pastor, whoever you can get, you know, get a hold of that can provide you with professional help if the situation warrants it. But the part that you can play is really engaging in positive self-talk and talking positive things to that younger version of you, talking positive things to who you are today. Now, mind you, we have gone through what we've gone through. God has allowed it. And good, bad, or ugly, because we are His children, He loves us. And He allowed us to pass through and experience whatever He's allowed us to pass through and experience for a specific reason, season, or, you know, some divine purpose. And so, you know, I'm saying that all to say you are and I am who we are today because of those experiences, or in spite of those experiences. And the things that have happened have led us to where we are today. And I don't know about you, but right now I'm living my best life. I have been able to do so many things that I have not, you know, dreamt possible by God's grace. And a part of that resolve and a part of me being able to do that and you being able to do the awesome things that you do is because of the things that you have experienced. So, you know, it's not all for naught. It wasn't a waste. We are stronger, we are better, we have evolved into the people that we are today, and we are yet evolving and growing into who God ultimately would have us to be. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that this has been a blessing for you, encouraging for you, and I hope that you will take this to heart and really speak life and speak positivity into who you are now. But, you know, think back from time to time if you're experiencing some anxieties or some insecurities and you're not really sure where it's coming from. Think back to when you were a child and review some of the things that you've experienced and see if maybe something is stemming from there that needs to be resolved. All right, so this is the Life Doctor, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.